We all gather facts, right? Yeah. Things we know in our heads, but that doesn't always change us, does it?
Not at all.
So today we're doing a deep dive. We want to get at the definition of well true saving knowledge of God,
Yeah.
trying to figure out that key ingredient that flips facts into real transformation.
True knowledge just refuses to be squeezed into one box. It can't just be intellectual stuff, faith only in the head orthodoxy. And it also can't be only about intense feelings. Pietism in the heart. The goal is this robust synthesis, marrying objective fact with personal friendship.
Okay, fact and friendship.
Yeah,
And I guess to make that happen, you need your whole self involved.
that's it. It demands full engagement, your mind grabbing hold of the truth, your heart embracing the love that truth showed you, and then your will actually showing the change through, well, obedience.
Let's maybe use an analogy. Show why just facts don't cut it. Like you could follow a celebrity, read every book, know all the data, speeches, history, schedule.
Tons of information. Right, data is an intimacy, not even close.
Miles apart?
And you know what's really striking is how incredibly high the stakes are here.
How so?
Well, John 17:3 directly links this kind of deep, intimate knowledge with eternal life itself.
Wow, okay. So it's not trivial.
Not at all. It really highlights the massive difference between just, say, collecting religious facts and starting a relationship that actually saves you, changes you.
So what happens when that synthesis, fact, and friendship breaks down?
You get two big problems, two major pitfalls. First is what you might call dead orthodoxy, or just head faith.
Head faith.
Yeah. You've got all the right answers, all the facts lined up, but your heart hasn't been transformed. It's sterile.
And that leads to?
Well, often intellectual arrogance, like 1 Corinthians 8 says, knowledge puffs up.
But love builds up.
Right? So is it the arrogance that kills the relationship part?
Precisely, yeah. You're affirming the truth. Claims maybe, but you're refusing the actual trust.
Okay, and the opposite problem.
That's the heart. Faith without the content, intense, maybe passionate emotional experiences.
Feels good. Maybe.
It might feel good, sure, but it's unstable. It's like a house built on sand because it's not anchored in solid, reliable truth and doctrine. It's just feelings fleeting.
Gotcha. Okay, so that brings us to the structure needed to sort of bridge that gap. A classic framework, right? 3 parts.
Yep, the tripartite structure.
Step 1 is notia, the content. Like, what information do I actually need to know the facts?
The cognitive foundation.
Then step 2, a census agreement. Do I believe this information is actually true? Accurate.
But see, that's where it gets tricky. A census alone is not enough, not by a long shot.
Why not?
We get that sharp reminder in James 2:1. Even the demons believe in shudder.
Ah, right. So they agree with the facts. They absolutely agree with the facts. They have a census, but they certainly don't commit or rely on God. So intellectual agreement is necessary. Sure, but it doesn't save. It's not reliance.
Okay. So that gap between just agreeing and actually committing,
Yeah,
how do we cross that? This must be the critical third part.
that's fiducia.
Fiducia.
Yeah, this isn't just believing that God exists. It's personal trust. It's existential reliance.
So like really banking your life on it.
Exactly. Resting the full weight of your life, your hopes, your future on that truth, like trusting, I don't know, a parachute when you jump or the vault at the bank. Total reliance.
Notia, a census, and fiducia, the whole package.
The whole thing. That's the synthesis.
So fiducia, that deep trust, is where we need to get. What actually drives us there? How do we move from just nodding yes, intellectually, to full reliance?
The engine is love.
Love. How does that work?
Well, love is what stops that knowledge from just sitting there being sterile and maybe puffing you up.
Okay.
It moves the mind past just seeing the truth as logically sound to actually recognizing the inherent beauty of God within that truth.
Seeing the beauty.
Yes, and when the mind grasps that beauty, the heart can't help but respond with affection, with desire, and that leads to genuine, willful trust, fiduciary.
So love makes the truth desirable, attractive, not just something you should believe.
You got it, not just dutiful.
Okay. So, if love is the internal engine driving this, what's the outward sign? The verifiable proof that this whole transformation Thesia plus a census plus fiduciary has actually happened in someone's life.
Yeah, the proof is in the pudding, as they say. The ultimate verification is transformation shown outwardly, specifically, obedience and intimacy. 1 John chapter 2 is really clear on this. Knowing God is tied directly to keeping his commands.
Okay.
So if there's a consistent, ongoing pattern of disobedience, it strongly suggests that genuine, resting trust that fiducia is actually missing.
So obedience isn't earning anything, but it's the natural fruit, the evidence of that internal trust.
It's the indispensable fruit.
Exactly.
That makes sense. It sets up a kind of a positive feedback loop. Then truth leads you to see beauty, which sparks love,
Right?
which naturally results in wanting to obey.
Uh-huh.
And living that out actually deepens your knowledge and experience of God, a virtuous cycle.
That's the cycle of growth.
Exactly.
So for you listening, maybe a couple of quick checks you can use on your own journey here.
Yeah, practical takeaways. Good.
First, maybe a check of motive. Ask yourself, am I digging into this stuff mainly to sound smart, maybe win arguments, or am I genuinely seeking to meet and know the living God? Big difference in motive.
Okay, motive check. What's second?
Second, a check of fruits. Is the knowledge you're gaining actually making you measurably more patient, more loving towards others, more humble in how you act and speak? If the facts aren't producing those fruits of character change, you might still be stuck back at notia or a census. Stuck on fact, not yet arrived at friendship and fiduciary.
That really is the diagnostic, isn't it? Which leads to a final thought for you to chew on.
Building on that idea, consider this, that next time your faith gets really challenged, maybe by a deep doubt or a painful disappointment, what's your go-to response? Is it just reciting doctrines? You've memorized notia sensus? Or is it finding an existential rest, a deep down reliance on the trustworthy character of God even when things don't make sense?
The distinction, yeah.
That distinction right there really defines the kind of knowledge you're pursuing and ultimately the kind you possess. Is it durable? Is it life-changing?